Everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Disorganized and Confused. I'm your host Kenji, and yeah, welcome back, everybody. Um, this week has been fucking hectic. I thought last week, um, my first day of school week, that week was gonna be fucking crazy, but no, this one takes the cake. Um, so like I mentioned in the previous podcast last week, fuck. I set a schedule and I'm trying to complete. I'm trying to stay on top of it, but yo, school has been kind of fucking ugh. Um, I've embarrassed myself so bad. Um, I embarrassed myself so bad. It's fucking crazy. Like it's insane how bad I embarrassed myself. Um, I feel like it's no big deal. It might be a no big deal, but I don't know. I feel like people are silently judging me. And I feel like you're gonna silently judge me. But I will show you it was an honest mistake. I rectified it as soon as I found out. So yeah. Um, so for those who listened to the last podcast, I said that I have a PE class, and I finally got. My college has a locker room for like the pool and football players and all that shit. You could like rent a locker. Um, so I finally got my locker. They showed me how to do it. It's pretty fucking simple. Scan a QR code and register a locker, and it's pretty easy. Um, I go in and I don't realize that the ones at the end, in the middle, the ones that like the f- there's a shit ton of lockers in the men's locker room. There's a lot. There's fucking a lot. Uh, and I'm all like, yo, how the fuck do I do this? And I try to pick something where I just go in and out, like something close to the door, so I can have like it's in and out, like it's close to the restrooms, it's close to the like I try to pick something. Um, and I pick locker 170, which is like close to the door, close to the bathrooms. If I had to like to use like it's close, but I failed to realize that it's a handicap. It's a handicap locker is reserved for handicap. It has like a little handicap sign, and I didn't see it. Like honestly, I was just too busy picking out a locker, and I didn't see it. um, I didn't see it, and I put all my stuff in, and I just go. Um, until I came back, and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck? Why does there a handicap sign on my locker?" And I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, "Oh, oh no, I fucked up." So I try to take off all my stuff as fast as I can, but I hear footsteps, and I'm like panicking. I'm like, "Oh shit, no, no!" I'm panicking, and this guy just looks at me. He looks at my locker, looks at me, and fucking just says nothing. But I could know that he's fucking silently judging me. I'm like, oh, fuck, fuck, fuck. But yeah, I went in. I went into the website where you register your locker. You could return the locker. I returned it. It was an honest mistake. It's an honest mistake. I didn't mean to take a fucking handicap locker. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. um, but yeah, that has been eating me up for like a whole week already. Yeah. I failed to mention on the classes that I'm taking last week when I was talking about that I'm going to school. I do have that PE class. I also have like two film classes. One is like editing. I did mention that last week, and the other one is like European film history. Um, uh, that's my cat. If you could hear it, that's my cat meowing. Trying to get my attention. Uh, so yeah, I have that, and then I also have a chemistry class, which is pretty. I want to say it's easy. It's. I'm bad at math, and this class uses a lot of math. Um, but yeah, I'm just I'm just kind of bad at it. But I feel like with the teacher that I currently have, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. It's I'm understanding it. I wouldn't say like I'm a straight A student, but I'm understanding it. So should be I should be fine in that class. And the last class, and I feel like it's the more fun one because I'm working with my hands. Um, it's I'm actually it's a class where you get to build your own telescope, and I'm like, oh, cool, build your own telescope. Um, they don't provide the materials for you; you have to buy them, but they will teach you and go through it step by step, and it's pretty fun. Um, so yeah, uh, right now, first day of school, the first day is class. She said that the kids were in we're just waiting for them. This week she said that they might come next week. So by next week I would say I would start with my start building it. She says that what we're doing is we're building a she showed us how tall it's gonna be. It's a pretty big fucking boy, dog. It it's not one of those like Target or like fucking $30-$40 telescopes that you buy and they're like kind of cheap. No, we're actually buying we're actually making a big boy. A big boy. It's like 8 feet tall. It's like eight. It's like it's a big boy. It's a big boy. Like the thing is like 8 feet. I don't know how that's gonna fit in my car. I think I have to put everything down, but it's a big boy. Uh, I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna store it. I was thinking that we were gonna make a collapsible one, but no. We're making one that's like it's a hefty long. She said like it ranges from like 6 to 8 feet depending. I just say 8 feet because the tube is 8 feet. It's a big boy. I'm like damn. Um, they're big, and the lens. Well, we're making a mirror, so the whole thing is making a mirror, and then we just like send it out, and they fucking do the tube and stuff like that. We're just making the mirror and polishing it and grinding it and all that stuff. Um, it says to grind out a mirror, like the glass and everything, and polishing it. It takes like 60 to 80 hours. So we have like 3 hours per class. Excuse me. She said that since we are not gonna have time to do all the grinding, you have to come in. So yeah, good thing that from my physical education class to my chemistry class, there's like a good 2 hour segment. Uh, so yeah, I could come in like an hour between those, and then she says that she's gonna open the classroom like an hour before class starts, so that's good. So that gives me like 6 hours a week to work on it. But I'm not gonna go there every day to work on it. I'll probably go maybe the day of, go in early, and then the maybe like a Tuesday or Thursday, and I'll alternate because I'm not trying to like work on it that much because I know I promised you guys to to do like this podcast and editing, and then I do have my editing class um, that I have to work on, and that is also time consuming. So I have to like see how what days I will focus on editing and what days I will focus on my mirror. But so yeah, um, the price to make the telescope since we have to buy the kits, it's like she said no more than 350. It's fine. I have the 350. I saved up. But yeah, it's 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 crazy. And we went to like this class where we have it's where all the class and all that stuff at. But to like for the lecture, we went to this room. Tell me why when I sat down during lecture, a fucking cockroach, dog, a cockroach just walked in front of me, and it looked like it came from my notebook. I bought the fucking notebook that same day, so there's no, I don't even have roaches in at home, so I don't know where the fuck that roach came from, but I was fucking mortified. I was mortified because it looked like it came from me. I'm like, oh my fucking god. Like first the handicap locker, then this. I wasn't gonna tempt fate. I wasn't gonna tempt fate and say, come on, what's the like can it possibly get any worse? No, fuck that. But I was mortified. I was fucking mortified. Um so yeah. And also to make matters worse, my mom and my sister are currently mad at each other for fucking dumb shit. Um, I kind of like I try to avoid family drama and family squabbles. Um, but from the gist that I heard, because they when my sister and mom fight, they argue, they're loud. They're loud as hell. Um, they're loud as hell. Uh, so apparently my sister said that she wasn't coming. She's in college too. Um, she was gonna not come home, but this dumb this dumb bitch. She said she wasn't gonna come home, but she texted me like, "Yo, leave the door open. I'm gonna surprise my mom." But she turned off her location and wouldn't answer the phone. I'm like, okay, if you want to surprise her, that's fine. You could turn off your location. That's fine. But when my mom calls you, you could easily lie. Like, oh, I'm with friends, or I'm doing this. Like, where you at? Oh, I'm just here. Just answer, make up a fucking lie, and then show up. Like it's a small white lie. It's oh, I'm with my best friend. We're getting Starbucks. Listen to that. Why is your location off? Oh, it's because my phone died. I know. Oh, whatever. It just fucking or turn off your phone. Turn off your phone. It will completely go to voicemail. Like, oh, my phone died. Or like, oh, like I'm sorry, or whatever. It just the thing is, we're Mexican. Well, my mom's Mexican. We're Mexican American. For those who want to be technical, um, and I don't know if it's all Hispanic Latin families, but you don't fucking do that shit. Like I know that, and my mom doesn't have my location. I guess like the only one who has it would be actually no one. No one has my location. That's fucking funny. But yeah, but I would answer when they call. I'm like, what do you want? What happened? Or like, what's up? It's just I would answer. Like I would answer. It's like I don't want like yo, what happened? If I can't, if I just tell them I could help you, I can't. Or like I'm doing this, doing that. It doesn't hurt. It just doesn't hurt. Like I feel like people from my sister generation, they're pretty fucking dumb. So yeah, yeah. Uh, and to make matters even worse, um, so I don't really tell anybody about this, and I don't like talking about this topic. But I vowed to you guys that I'm gonna be transparent and be honest with you guys because that's, I guess, it's something that this platform and all content creators lack is honesty and transparency. So I grew up without my dad, without my biological dad. I have a stepdad. It was rough growing up because we would like argue back and forth, but that was just growing pains, and then I would be disrespectful. Like I, but as soon as I turned 18, I just came to the realization like, yo, why fight? Why argue? Just live in peace. Um, I'm cool with my stepdad. Um, he's pretty chill. It's just that I guess wants he wants me to do good, and he expects me to be good and shit like that. Um, and now I see that growing, like now that I'm mature, like growing up, that he wanted me to just be better. And that's something that I appreciate of him. Um, and I'm grateful. Uh, it's funny because my sister and my brother they argue with him and they fight, and I tell him like, yo, like be grateful. Your dad, your biological dad, like wants you to do good, and he's teaching you all this shit. Yes, he might be annoying, but that's all parents. All parents are annoying. You're lucky to have a dad who actually cares. Like my dad is not in the picture. Like that fool he did some dumb shit and fled to Mexico, over some dumb shit, and I haven't heard a word from him, like him calling me or stuff like that. I haven't heard from him, like his actual voice. I haven't spoken to him in, I would say, 8 years. I haven't spoken to him like in 8 years. Um, People ask why don't I reach out? I did. I tried to. Um, but I feel like I don't need to. I don't need anything from him. I don't. If he wants, if he wanted to, if he wanted to, he would have just gotten the balls and call me. I told him that I wouldn't change my number, and till this day that I gave him the number, which was like almost 14 years ago. 14 years ago, I told him, "Hey, here's my number. It's not gonna change. Call me whenever you want. I'll talk to you. That's fine." And he gave me his, but when I tried calling him, his shit was disconnected and said that it's no longer available. And I'm like, oh, okay. I guess he doesn't want me to call. Since he changed his number. I didn't. I just felt like you weren't in my life, so I don't fucking need you. Um, my biological dad, he's manipulative and toxic as fuck. Like, there's this time when I went to Mexico. It was like the last time I saw him. Um, I went to Mexico and he came to visit me, but I was sick at the time. Like I had like really bad food poisoning. Um, but me being who I am, I didn't want his like visit to be in vain. I didn't want to send him off not seeing me. So I spoke to him. Like, hey, how's it going? This and that. Um, uh, he he wanted me to go with him, and I'm the type of people who get sick. Like I don't want to be in a car. I don't. I just want to sleep it off, which I just needed. I just slept it off, and the next day I was fine. Um, they wanted me. Like my family. I know my body. I know my body, and I know that I don't need medicine for something like that. With just food poisoning, just I just had diarrhea and I wasn't puking. It was just I just had diarrhea and a massive headache. That's it. It was just like slight food poisoning. So yeah, the next day I was fine. I woke up, but during the time that I was that day, I want to go see him. He wanted me to go. Like, come on, I have a bed for you. I'm like, I don't want to be in the car. Like, no, I don't want to leave. It's like, oh, come on. I came all this way to see you, and you don't want to come with me. I'm like, it's like I'm sick. I don't want to be moved. I'm the type of people who when they get sick, don't want to be moved. Um, Being in a car is gonna make me throw up, and I don't want to throw up. I just want to lay down and sleep. And and fucking yeah. He's like, come on, come on, like come on, we'll go make some chicken. I'm like, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything. He's like, oh, I came to see you and I have no gas, and I saw you with no gas, and that were like really, like it didn't annoy me, but I'm like I understood not having enough money, money's being tight for gas. Like I experienced that. Like I only have like $5, and I need to put gas because I gotta go to this place, and I don't have any, and I have to it's stressful. Or when I'm tight around bills and I don't have enough money to pay bills, and like I understand that. Like I understand that situation. I'm like, you know what? I have money. I'm gonna spend this on dumb shit anyways. Like, let me give you for gas. Let me give you for gas. At least fill half your tank. I gave him like 500 pesos. Like back then, I think back then you could have filled your half a tank. He had a pickup, like a little small, um, bullshit ass pickup. Uh, Probably like filled up half his tank with with 500 pesos. Um, I'm like, here, and he didn't want to accept the money. I'm like, here, put gas. I'm like, you're fucking making a whole scene that you came to see me without money, um, and you don't have gas and shit like that. Like, you're not gonna guilt me into doing this shit, dog. Like, my own mom doesn't guilt me into doing shit. Like, I'm kind of an asshole, and it's just the way that I grew up. Like, I don't I don't I don't like bullshit. Um, like I don't like bullshit. I don't. I'm straight up with people. Now, um, I am. But if it's like little white lies, then I will say like little white lies. Not I'm not totally an asshole. But yeah. Um, like I said, I don't like talking about um my dad because it he he fucking calls my aunt, the one who I stayed with in Mexico, and he says, "Oh, it's all um Rayo." That's my mom's nickname. Well, not nickname, middle name. It's all her fault. He corrupted. She corrupted my son. He doesn't love me anymore. This and this and that. And then I find out that he was talking all this fucking shit years later, like 2, 3 years later, and I just got mad. I'm like, what the fuck? So I don't want to see. I don't want to see him because I know if I see him, I'm just gonna talk mad shit, and I just don't. I just rather avoid all that. Yeah, he was just talking mad shit. I'm like, bro, you don't have a say how I grew up, my guy. You weren't there from the start. Yes, I would visit you from time to time, but you weren't. You didn't contribute to anything, my guy. I pay for my own college. I'm paying for my own car. Fucking, I pay my own bills. My mom had to scrounge up money so she could fucking um give me the life that she gave me. Yeah, it wasn't like a luxurious life. Like I never had my own room. It's like I still don't. Um, so yeah, like I don't know why he's bullshitting like he had money. Like my guy had money. He had his own house. He could have contributed at least fucking child support, but he didn't. So I don't know. Like he's this is the reason why I don't like talking about him because I get like it's not hate, it's just annoyance. Like shit about him annoys the fuck out of me. Um, I just don't like talking about him. I don't like talking about him because I get I get annoyed. It's irritating. It's irritating, and then especially when I talk to him, like I visit and I speak to my sisters, and when they talk about him, I'm like, really, fuck. And then I learn new things that annoys me even more. I'm like, yo, like what the fuck? Like I had this stepsister. She came and visit me last year, and she told me all this shit that he did, and that how he's fucking sad because he's lonely, but motherfucker be pushing everybody away um with his actions. I'm like, bitch, how the fuck do you want to stay um connected with your family when you're a fucking asshole? When you're a fucking dick, you're toxic as fuck and manipulative as hell. Like, shut the fuck up, dog. Work on yourself. Ugh. Sorry that I went on a tangent. Like I said, I just don't like talking about him because it's the motherfucker's irresponsible. That's what he is, and that fucking pisses the hell out of me. It annoys the fuck out of me when he fucking plays the victim card. It's let me change the fucking subject before I get mad. Um, so gameplay, gameplay. So I've actually um tried recording. Like I said on my last podcast, I tried recording, but yeah, I gotta figure out this situation. I kind of gave up recording and just played Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm almost done with the game. I started like Hogwarts Legacy was it's amazing. It's fucking amazing. Um, so yeah, um, I'm almost done with the game. I yeah, it's fun. It's a fun game to play. Um, fucking my cat just threw something my off my bed. That's what I'm looking right now. That's why I'm pausing because I'm trying to see what the fuck is he doing. I have a bottle up there, and I don't want him to drop it because that's just gonna break and it's gonna reek of alcohol. Um. So yeah. Oh, and regarding of last week, I still have the fucking sniffles. I don't know if you notice, my voice is kind of changing a bit. But yeah, like I said, I took a took a COVID test um last week, and I took one yesterday. I'm still negative. Uh, yeah. So the school provides rapid COVID test. So whenever I need like a COVID test, I just go there and present my ID and all that shit, and they just do it for me. So yeah, college is great. That's why I'm still going to college because it's fucking amazing. Um, online fucked me over though. Like it really pushed me back. Like I was supposed to fucking be done with college like 3 years ago. 3 years ago, like 2020 was supposed to be. I was, I just needed like 2 semesters, but I needed like specific classes that required me to be on present, and it just slowed me down. So I just took all the like I just finished all my GEs, general education classes online, and right now I'm just doing the ones that I need to complete my plan, so I could get my get enough credits for me to transfer and get my master's in film. Yeah, that's what I'm working on. My master's in film. Like everybody thinks that I'm still trying to get my bachelor's. Like no, dog. I'm trying to get my master's, but I need to transfer out, and I need to work. I spoke to USC representative, and they said we need your portfolio, and you need to have a certain GPA. I'm like, God damn it. I'm like, I know you're like, I'm not trying to get a science degree or a fucking English major degree, an English degree or anything. No, I'm just trying to go to film. And they're like, all right, we just let me see your portfolio, and I'm working on it. Um, So yeah. Oh, uh, guess what? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but whatever. Uh, fucking fugitive recovery investigators came and they're looking for a person. I'm not gonna state. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna post a picture or anything. It's just like, yo, they're looking for someone, and fucking, they're looking for someone. They knock on my door. I thought I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Who the fuck is knocking so loud? And I go like, I see a badge. I'm like, oh, and I look at the gun. I'm like, oh, and I just tell them I just told them what I know, and apparently there's a reward. Um, so yeah, they're looking for someone. Uh, I just told them what I know, and where they can, where they might get accurate information. Uh, and so yeah, they were talking to them. I don't know what the person did. Don't really care. Um, but if he did something bad, I hope he got caught. He's gonna get caught. Um, so yeah. Oof. Yeah, it says here on they gave me their business card. It says fugitive recovery investigations. And then it says I'm not gonna state the guy's name nor his number. It says investigator, cold case unit, out of state unit. And they gave me their cell for this person, and they gave me the other his partner cell. So yeah, it's fugitive recovery investigations. So yeah, on the little thing, there's like a little badge saying bail enforcement agent. So I guess my guy did something. He didn't pay his bail. No, they filed for bail. He got out and he just on the run for something. So I don't know. Like I try to stay out of it most of these things, but yeah, like I said, I told the person what I've known. They asked me questions and I answered appropriately of what I've known to my best to my abilities. Um, I'd rather not be a part of it. If they go to court, I don't want to be part of it. Um, but yeah, I hope they catch the guy if he did something bad, and if it's some bullshit, if it's some dumb shit, um, then I don't know why they're making a big deal out of it. But I'm pretty sure the if it's like, oh, fucking selling weed, I don't think fucking bail guy is gonna come after your ass. I'm pretty sure the guy did something violent. If they're giving out a reward, like a full out, like a whole bounty dog, like, like I'm serious. Like yo, a whole ass bounty. Like there's like, oh, this is confidential, but there's a reward. Like I said, I'm not gonna disclose any more information because I'm assuming it's still an ongoing case. But yeah, I talked to them and I just told them what I know. I'm not gonna tell you guys what I know or what questions to ask me, but yeah, I just try to be as cooperative as I can, cause fuck, it's it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy that people don't understand the law. Like if you do bad things and break the law, of course it's gonna come and come and bite you in the ass. Like no matter how bad you think you are, it's like sooner or later it's gonna bite you in the ass. That's why I am a good boy. I follow the law. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Though I can be an asshole sometimes. But that's just because people fucking irritate the fuck out of me. And it's dumb people. Like I'm generally nice to most people, but people who are just assholes to me, I'm assholes to them. Like the way you like here's how what I believe. If you're gonna be a dick to everybody, expect the same reaction. If you're nice to everybody, expect the same reaction. Like it's respect is the saying is the respect is not given, it's earned. So I'm not gonna like just because you're older than me, but you're talking down to me. I'm not gonna give you my respect. No, fuck out of here, dog. Like the job that I work at, it's customer service, and god damn, man, I swear, customer service fucking corrodes. If you worked as long as I work, it corrodes your fucking soul. Like it just changes your mindset with people. Like yeah, I try to be helpful, but some people are ungrateful as fuck, dog. And some people are fucking sneaky. They're So yeah, I try to be as positive as I can, but sometimes people just irritate the hell out of me because they're rude as hell, and sometimes they don't use common sense. Like I get sometimes like I understand older people, like the older generation, like boomers and shit like that. But if you're asking dumb shit and you're a millennial, see us millennials, we grew up with computers or had to learn how to use computers because now all the jobs are computers. But if you ask me the dumbest shit that you, as a millennial, oh, don't get me started on fucking Gen Z. Fucking you as a millennial don't know, and I do, and you're younger than me and don't know, then you're fucking dumb. See, because I'm not tech savvy. I'm not. I, all the shit that I know, I learned from YouTube. Cause yo, you can learn a lot of shit on YouTube. There's a lot of free tutorials. There's a lot of information out in the internet, and I don't know why people don't fucking look it up. Like my brother and sister are Gen Z. They're in college, but they're so fucking. Sometimes like they're book smart. They're book smart. For sure they're fucking smarter than me. But when it comes to like common sense and like tech savviness, shit that I learned on the internet that I actually actively fucking looked up to so I could learn. Um, they don't know. They don't do that. They like I don't know if all their intelligence went into like book smarts and not enough in common sense, or I just happen to use common sense more. I don't know. Um, there's things that I don't know. Like for example, on the last podcast when I tried to export it out, I forgot how to do it. All I did was just look it up on YouTube, and it showed me how to do it. Like that, that intuition of looking things up, that is what that separates me and my siblings, who in fact should know more how to use computers, should know more how to access all this other shit because they grew up with all that shit. Yes, I did. I grew up, but they grew up from day one. They grew up with day one. When I was 12, got my first computer. I used computers when I was in elementary school because the school had computers, and then, but my very own computer, I was 12. I was like 12, 13 when I got my first computer. And yeah, like fucking little kid, I put viruses on it because I would click random shit. But that's how I learned through trial and error. But nowadays, nowadays, that shit's all online. Like you don't have to have all this trial and error shit. It's the information's out there. You just have to fucking actively look for it. And that's what like annoys the hell out of me because people younger than me don't know how to do all this shit. Like I'm not saying, oh, I'm just saying like basic shit that you could look up. It's easy on YouTube. Like the information's out there. Like changing a tire, that's easy because you can look it up on YouTube. But like rebuilding a whole engine, of course, um, you have to like seek other people up work like just learn that shit from school because you have to build a whole ass engine. Like shit like that is or computer programming. That's I'm not asking. I'm not expecting my sister to know computer programming, coding, all that shit, or my brother to know all that shit. I don't expect them to, because That's not common knowledge. I'm just asking, like, yo, if you have common knowledge, like, if you're asking for something that's common knowledge and you don't know, am I the idiot for knowing it? Like, it's I don't know. It's just something that like, yo, if it's common knowledge and you don't know it, then what the fuck are you doing? It's like I understand older people because they don't they grew up a different way. Like I expect me to not know shit of technology wise that my little brother and my little sister know. Like I expect them to be smarter than me because they're the next generation. They know more. That's how I feel, and I just don't. I don't know. And then this vice versa goes with older people, like shit that I don't know that older people should know, and they don't know. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing then? I'm like, you're older than me. You're supposed to fucking know this shit. Like, there's this joke that I do with my coworker. He speaks English, but he kind of stumbles on it. But he's like, oh, I don't speak English. This and that. He speaks English He speaks English like he's fluent in English. He is. He just talks. He just fucking messes up sometimes. I'm like, oh no, I don't speak English. And I tell him like, bro, you've been in the U.S. longer than I have been on this earth. What the fuck do you mean that you don't know? You don't know English. You've been on inside the U.S. Like my boy is like 41. I'm like 26. And I told him, you've been in the U.S. longer than I've been in on this earth. He came over like when he was 11. So you do the math. That's like 30 something years that he's been in the US. And he gets mad like, "Oh, no, this and this and I'm like, "Bro, come on. There's no excuse. You went to school. You went to school. You learned you took classes you took ESL classes, English second language classes, so you should know. Come on. Don't give me that excuse. Cuz then I'll give you this excuse. It's I like to like I wouldn't say bully, but I like to talk shit to my coworker, and he talks shit too. So it's they're just saying in Spanish el que se lleva se aguanta. He talks shit first, I talk shit, and then it goes back and forth. But it's funny because I always fucking I always win. There's times where he gets me. There's times where he gets me. I'm like, oh, okay, that was a good one. You got me there. But yeah, but anyways, um, time to close this podcast because Lord knows that I'm just rambling on. But yeah, if you like this podcast and you enjoyed it, drop a like and share with everybody. And thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking to the end, and I appreciate your views and um, yeah. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye.